Welcome back to Cheaper Pop Culture, the show that you barely get anymore, but yet somehow still feel like you get too often. I'm your host, David Lee. Well, congratulations. You mostly made it through the holiday season. I mean, there is still New Year's and, I think Boxing Day, where people in the UK celebrate professional boxing, or Ricky Hatton, or boxes? I'm not sure really. Anyway, now that Christmas is over, it's time to see how much your loved ones actually love you back by judging them and seeing how they measure up through material possessions. Because there is one very specific brand of item that if your family gets you, it shows that not only do they have no respect whatsoever for your choice of entertainment, but they also are pretty dumb and don't deserve to be trusted with money. Because today's subject is... At first glance, this just appears to be another in a line of WWE action figures, but first glances are stupid.
If you look closely, you'll start to wonder, since when did The Rock wear plain black pants? And when did John Cena wear full-length jeans to the ring? And when did Sheamus wear gold, or why is Triple H wearing silver with a sun logo on his crotch?
Hey, wait a minute. I'm beginning to think that these are knockoff dolls, but you know what? The packaging should indicate the authenticity of these toys, so let's see what the box has to say. Well, these figures are called GR Flexforce, and you'll notice that the GR logo looks very similar to the old scratch logo of WWE. However, if you think that looks similar, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Because this is the old logo that these toys used to have. Yup, they weren't even trying to hide it.
Yeah, I mean, your word is rather do.
Of course, what doesn't help is that WWE itself actually did have a line of toys called Flexforce, and back then, they were still using the old WWE scratch logo at the time. But at some point, something must have happened to result in the WWE being changed to the GR. And also, what exactly does GR stand for?
Well, who knows, because not surprisingly, there is very little information about this particular brand of product, and I didn't feel like bothering to investigate any further than just taking pictures of it on the store shelf that I saw it on. And quite frankly, do these toys deserve any more recognition than that? Well, in case you think the answer is still yes, let's continue reading the box.
So, on the original WWE product, it says things like, make an explosive entrance by catapulting into the ring. That makes sense. Now, on the ripoff version on the other hand, it says, be filled with the torment stage of intense emotion. I don't mean to sound confused, but what? Okay, moving on. On the bottom of the box, it says, toy model of a virtual reality. Is this a roundabout way of exposing the business? I mean, if they just omitted every word after toy, it would have been a lot more accurate.
Now dig up, stupid.
Then above that, it says Fighting Hero. Sure, sadly this is the best that this packaging can possibly do, because in the upper right hand corner, it says First Grade Product. At least now we know the age of the sweatshop workers that were presumably making these toys. Then on the other side of the box, it says Ultimate Warrior Power. Does this mean they have steroids in this box? Then again, we can definitely see a chainsaw and what appears to be a mace as two accessories, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, let's look at the back of the box.
Okay, so here we have a cartoon character that is definitely not The Rock, who is not saying the famous line, just bring it, or any other of The Rock's famous catchphrases, but instead he's saying, come on, as in, come on, buy this toy without looking too hard at it. And in addition to this, the back of the box just repeats a lot of the choice phrases from the front. But it does have this additional tagline where it says, try me, play with me, I will give you infinite happiness.
Which is either the absolute worst way to propose or maybe the best way. It really depends on how you feel about it.
Oh, furthermore, we also get a better look at some of the other action figures in this line, where we can see that they also have more generic versions of full-time WWE employees. Full-time employees like Chris Jericho and oh right, never mind.
Now, in case you're wondering, why didn't I buy these toys myself? That way I could make fun of them on air. Well, if you're wondering that, clearly you didn't look at the price tag.
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
Because I ain't one of these YouTubers that can just throw away $25 on a gag, as I'm currently sitting at a folding table and holding a microphone that's plugged into nothing, because I no longer have a studio desk, I no longer have a studio, and I also no longer have hope. So, in summation, if you find a set of GR Flexforce toys under your tree this year, this means one of two things. Either one, your loved one's feelings for you are not reciprocal, or two, they deem reading what's on packaging as being beneath them somehow. Either way, I suggest trying to find some new relatives, because if you ever need brain tissue donated, the results might just come back negative. Anyway, bye.